Oh, hello, boy. Now, the squirrels are alarming. Monkeys are still alarming. I'm sure he is causing all the pandemonium. The impala, I haven't seen him, however, yet, but I think they're about to. Hello, big boy. And the impala directly behind him now. I think it's only a matter of seconds before the snorting starts. One is staring intently. Are you going to chase vultures? I think you are. Now let's turn around. So I think the curiosity of Hosana has got the better of him, and he wants to go see what's happening at the elephant carcass. He's taking a bit of a roundabout way to get there. Okay, let's have a look what he's looking at. He's just scoping out the area around Twin Dams. Now, hopefully, we can send you back to Steph without having to rush back to either Tristan or myself. Flatten in the grass. Look how his ears just disappear, and you can see how well that leopard camouflage works then. See, they are jumpy. It's almost like they're worried that the lions are around, but I heard the Styx Pride, well, actually not too far from here, but still a couple of kilometers. Now, Hosana's keeping his distance, and Hokamuri has headed in the opposite direction. So, no, they wouldn't necessarily feed together, Kola. I think Hosana would run away if Hokamuri arrived here. Hokamuri is a big threat to Hosana. As a general rule, he's a new leopard in the area. He's not related to Hosana, so he would actually try to kill Hosana. So I don't think they would feed together at all. However, if Tingana were to make an appearance, there is a possibility they might both feed. But I just think the number of hyenas that are currently at the carcass is probably just a bit too much for even two male leopards. The squawks and squeaks. The hyenas are still acting quite cautiously. There's more hyenas coming in, that's why. There might be a fight here. Let's listen to that audio. A very low-ranking hyenas arrived. I thought there might be a bit of fighting there, but it looks like a relatively amicable entrance compared to some we've seen with hyenas. that, however, hyena, as soon as that one arrived, this hyena moved away from the carcass. Hosana's still watching all the hyena shenanigans intently. Oh, there's some more submissive and dominance displays going on. It's always interesting when you get large groupings of hyenas together. As we've spent more and more time and more hyenas have arrived at this unfortunate elephant, Pearl, you are spot on. They are becoming more and more vocal, and hyena vocalizations are incredible. Now, when it was fresh and they were trying to be sneaky, they didn't make any noise at all. But as they've spent more time here, the lions haven't arrived, they've become more and more vocal. Disappearing hyena. Now, Hosana's just watching intently. Marco, I do think it amuses him to some degree. It's entertainment, and young male leopards at that age really like entertainment. So he just likes watching what's going on. Oh. I almost expect a male lion to come charging in the way those hyenas scattered. But they are very nervous around a carcass like this, just in case that very thing happens, that a male lion comes charging in. And they all come back. So one hyena sort of got a fright and ran, and all the rest followed. Now, spotted hyenas are one of the more intelligent and interesting animals. And yes, Shamsung, there's a lot of research that's being done on understanding of hyena calls in different areas. So there is research that is ongoing with that. Now see, especially when a lot of hyena heads are down like that and inside a carcass, and they get a fright. Ooh. Don't run into me. Sillies. Now that was a little bit of growling between hyenas that gave the fright. And as I say, when their heads are inside the carcass and they can't see what's coming, they tend to be even more nervous. Hosana's still just watching all this happening. And you see how they stop and look and make sure there's no lion on the way. We're going to keep watching on what happens here. In the meantime, let us go see what the Inkahumas are up to. Yes, he got chased by the hyenas. When they were chasing each other around, the hyena nearly ran over Hosana. So he's up on the move again, heading back towards Twin Dams. There he is. Where are you off to now, silly? He's going to wait for him to disappear behind that bush. And I'm going to shoot up towards the dam wall. Oh, hyenas calling all over the place. Right, let's move towards the dam wall before he starts moving again. leopards are capable of incredible speed, Mrs. Zero, and are much faster than hyenas. Hyenas are built for stamina, where the leopard is built for short bursts of incredible speed. I can hear hyenas calling. I'm just going to stop now. And there he is. Oh, he is so pretty. Is he going to go stare at his reflection? So, for those of you who might have joined us, we are 100% live following Africa's incredible wildlife. We're in South Africa at the moment, and we're following a young male leopard who's gone right below us. I can't actually see him. I think he's popping up now. So his name is Hosana. We've been following him since he was a little cub. And apart from being 100% live, you can also ask us questions through various different means. Hashtag Safari Live on Twitter, or you can also ask us questions by just popping it on the feed you're watching, whatever feed it might be. Okay, let's move a little bit. Now, although he just got chased by some hyenas that are feeding on an elephant that died from its wounds from a big fight with another elephant. Now, one of Hosana's favorite foods. Can't see him yet, and they're just on this side. There's a little herd of impala. There we go. So if Hosana gets the chance, where is he now? Just below us. He will definitely try grab one of those impalas, but it is quite dangerous for him because there are a huge amount of hyenas around. So even if he managed to catch that impala, the chances are the hyena would steal it from him before he had a chance to stash it in a tree. What you pondering, little man? He is an absolutely gorgeous kitty. Now, I've been away from Djuma for about a year, and Hosana has grown huge amounts since I last saw him, Mimi. He's turning into a big boy. He's by no means near his full-grown size yet. I think he'll get a bit taller, and he'll definitely start filling out as well. You can hear the battle happening at the elephant carcass behind us. Now, he is a very relaxed little leopard, and there is maybe the perception that he might be a bit friendlier than the other leopards, Sharon, but he's not. Most young male leopards at this age are curious and fun and are very tolerant of being followed. They actually almost seem to like the distraction. And as they get older, a lot of those habits will sort of fade away. If you look at Quarantine, he had a very similar sort of personality to Hosana at the same age. I wonder what his plans are next. What are your plans, mister? Are you thinking about going after some impala? Or are you going to go find a nice piece of shade to sleep in? Let's have a look. I'm just going to try to make it a little bit easier for Craig. Say when, Craig? That's good. There we go. And the cloud is breaking up, and we've just got this beautiful burst of golden light. And there isn't anything much better than a leopard in golden sunlight. He's watching a hyena on the other side of the water. There we go. That's what Hosana was watching intently. A hyena in the distance. There's a couple, quite a few of them around. With that elephant carcass close by, this area is littered with hyena. Well, there's another one walking towards it. Let's see what happens between the hyenas. Okay, so the one that's moving quite quickly and doing the little dances, the one closest to us at the moment, that is the less dominant of the two. You can just see by the behavior. So that sort of almost playful-like behavior is submission being shown. You can see when hyenas get excited, they lift their tails like those two are doing. Yeah, you can see his eyes are locked upon them. It's unlikely for the hyenas to come towards Hosana, especially with that mass of meat not too far away. Now, while we wait patiently to see what Mr. Hosana gets up to next, let's go back to Steph, who's playing detective. It's all just happened. He was stalking a hyena, and then the hyena disturbed a scrub hare, and then he took off after the scrub hare, and I'm not sure where he's gone. So he was playfully stalking. I thought he was going to jump on that hyena, give the hyena a fright. One hyena sort of came out by itself, but then the hyena disturbed a scrub hare right in front of us, and he took off after it. But we've lost sight of him now. There he is. The scrub hare escaped. He's coming back towards us. Where are you off to, mister? So that scrub hare had a very lucky escape, a very rude awakening to the morning. Initially woken up by a hyena and then chased by a leopard. Oh, look how close he is to us. He's coming right next to us. So obviously the scrub hare disappeared somewhere in that direction. By the fact that he is heading back there, I need to turn around. There we go. Are you going to go back to stalking hyenas, mister? So very, very lucky scrub hare. He might just flop down in the shade now. He's tired. Oh, shame. The scrub hare got away. The hyena just stood there bemused as he sprinted past it. And he's found himself a nice little shady spot now, after all that exertion. Okay, well, let's see if Hosana gets up to any more mischief. In the meantime, let's send you back to Tristan with Ellie's about to go have a drink. Well, after all his exertion, chasing hyenas, chasing scrub hares, he is now having a snooze in the shade. He hasn't moved since you were last here. But, of course, the thing about Hosana is he does move a lot during the day. And he gets bored, I think, and goes off on little missions. And his head's starting to get very heavy as the temperature starts rising, and it's risen quite a lot. I'd say we're probably sitting at around 30 degrees Celsius, maybe a little bit less now already at 8:30 in the morning. I think by this afternoon it's going to be a scorcher. I think we might hit mid-30s, 35, 36 degrees today. That cloud cover's moved off, and the sun is burning bright at the moment. Not that it always burns bright, it's just we can't see it sometimes. He's not starving, but he could definitely eat if the opportunity arose, and all predators, of course, are opportunists. Now, Jared's buddy is saying that Hosana's got a waterhole named after him. I didn't know that. Maybe it's just a joke amongst the guides. But I don't know of any waterhole that's named after Hosana. Maybe Final Control can help me out here. So as I say, it's not an official name. It is the second dam in the Twin Dam. So there's that small little catcher dam below the Twin Dam's wall, where Hosana and Shongile were seen frequently hunting terrapins when they were younger, but it is not officially named after him. I think people might just have nicknamed it. So it is not an official name. Poor tired kitty. Oh, there we go. Flat cat now.